Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm Cheryl. If you're new here, welcome. And to my faithful followers, welcome. It is a beautiful day today. The sun is shining. It's a little warm, but I think I will be able to get out if I get this done soon enough. I am going to have a sip of coffee, and I hope that you too will join me for coffee. Cheers. I am making my second tag. Today is June 2nd. The prompt is vellum and pattern paper. And again, this is a just a challenge on Love for Paper by Karen Gibson. She is the administrator and the administrative team. So another sip of coffee, and I will show you how I put this together. So what this is just, this is the vellum that I used, and it is a Butterfly by Raindrop Lila. And then I had this on my desk, so I used that for my tag. It is from the Sweet Memories kit, I think. Maybe it's not Sweet Memories, I don't remember, but I will link what paper this is from. I used it the other day, and I don't remember the name of the kit. And then I put some of my lavender in just one of these little envelopes. They're stamp envelopes. I have some vintage ones, and then I got some on, I think, Amazon. And the clear showed the vellum, showed the lavender better. So I use this little butterfly as my pocket, and it's sort of like a floating butterfly. He has a button for a head, and then I just put some wax linen thread through. Okay, Nature's Poetry. You turn it on the back, it says outdoors. This is one of Lydia's flashcards. I use them in everything. And if you're a follower of mine, you'll see these for the rest of your life. No, I'm sorry. No, you won't, but well, yes, you probably will. I am addicted to those. And then I just put this little tag in because I put outdoors here, and I've got the birds, the butterfly, the flowers, and Nature's Poetry. So that's what I've done. I'll show you how I constructed this. Very, very simple. Okay, so like I said, the prompt today was vellum and pattern paper. This is what I used for my vellum, and this is what I use for my pattern paper. The rest is just my little additions, okay? So let me show you how I put that together. I'll put this here. Can you see that? Oh, it doesn't really matter, I guess. We'll put it here. Like that, maybe. I don't know. Well, that's good enough. All right, so you'll need, obviously, something to make your tag. I use, this little card here. You'll need some scissors. You'll need this, and I'll show you why. Possibly some distress ink. You'll need a button, which I just pulled one out of here. And then I used wax linen thread because I wanted to give this a stiffer look. Typically, I'll use just regular thread or whatever, depending on the size of the butterfly. This is a good size butterfly, and I did use a button for the head. So as you can see, I did put Rub and Buff on the edges of this butterfly. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera or not, but there is some Rub and Buff on the edges of that butterfly. Okay, so I'll leave that there. I'm not going to do the Rub and Buff on this one, only because it takes some time, and yeah. And my hands, I'm sorry, I haven't really washed them very well yet. I just finished that. So I have some bits and bobs. I've already tied my ribbon through my button because I don't have the greatest eyesight. So you just take a button. You put it through, however you want your button. You put it through, tie a knot in the back, and then you've got your little antennae, okay? Very simple. You don't even need a needle for this, because, you know, as long as your holes are big enough, the wax linen thread goes right through. And you can use regular thread too if you don't have wax linen thread. Or you can use some kind of other string. Embroidery floss works really well. So, and for my butterfly, I chose this. Now, see how I cut it out? I have a little tab here, a little tab here, and I have a tab on the bottom because I don't know exactly how I am going to put my butterfly on yet. And like I said, I just pulled scraps. This is my scrap from yesterday, and this is from the mini kit that I did not use, and it is the Down the Garden Path mini kit. So that's a scrap I had. Oh, I think I like that back better. I do. So, and this is Raindrop Lila again from the Sweet, I think it's Memories, but I can't be positive. Sweet something. All right, so let's begin. So the first thing, and then like I said, I have just some little, I have Spring Awakenings, something for a little pocket, and possibly this will be the tab, okay? So I just pulled things from my desk. Always just pull what you have first on your desk, and I've been working with some different things on my desk, so. And I did have some butterflies already on vellum because I am planning on making a butterfly journal because I've been so inspired by Evie, who is on Instagram and Facebook. She does a lot of posts. Let's see, Lydia, she started the craze and also made the butterflies. And oh my goodness, Meredith from Shimia Collections. She is on YouTube and she is on Instagram, and she did actually a whole little series on creating hers. So I watched that last night, and I did print, you know, all my butterflies that I plan on using in my butterfly journal when Lydia did hers. So I have them ready, I just haven't done it. So I've kind of bent him, as you can see while I've been talking, bent him up like so a little bit, you know, to give him a little bit of like that, okay? And I'm going to kind of bend his little legs down. Now you can by all means use paper, but the prompt today is vellum and pattern paper. So that's why I'm using the vellum butterflies. I'll just reprint them from my journal, my butterfly journal that I'll be making. And possibly I'll do a video on that as well. I am working on a mini journal. I think if you follow me, I did a video yesterday showing the kit by Angela Kerr. And I have made them before, but I've never, I don't think I've ever made the mini journal complete. I've made it in different ways. I've used the kit in different ways, but I don't think I've made the actual mini journal on video. I've made several of her mini journals, but not on video. They're very relaxing and they don't take time at all. So I've bent them up a little bit here and there. And like I said, you can definitely use, and I'm just following Lydia's lines that she kind of has here. Okay, so that's that. Now what I'm going to do is take my first piece of pattern paper, which is this one, and I am going to take my tab and I am going to put my tab like so. And then I'm going to take my other tab, and basically what it's going to be is like a floating butterfly. But I don't want him so straight. I kind of want him going this way, okay? But before I do that, I'm going to glue this little button on and clip it because it takes a minute to dry. And I use Fabri-Tac because there is the wax linen thread, the button, and it's just stronger. And you don't have to do this part. You could actually just do the, you know, thread like I do with a lot of my butterflies. But I do like the button look. And if my journal is big enough, my butterfly journal, I may put one of these tags or this tag possibly inside the butterfly journal. We'll see. So I am simply going to put that there, and then I'm going to clip it so that it gives it some time to dry while I'm working with the rest of the tag. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this tag while I have it and while that's drying is I'm just going to make sure this is straight cut across, because like I said, I'm using scraps. So I'm kind of just going to take my scissors. What is blinking here? My iPad. I'm waiting for some string to come. I am so excited to use it. It still hasn't come. It's kind of a yarn, but it's so pretty. Lydia's been using some. I don't know if it's the same, but I found it on Amazon and it looked the same. So does that look straight to you? Yeah, looks straight enough. Maybe I'll go this way. Yeah, I'll go this way. So I'll take this, and I'm just going to put this up against here while that's drying. And I'm simply going to trim this off. And then I'm going to flip it over here. And I'm going to snip this. And that gives me even Steven on both sides. Then I'm going to put a little pocket on the back of this, which I think I'll use this just to give it some different, a little bit of a different contrast. But before I do that, I'm just going to kind of bend it up a little bit. It is cardstock. It's what I had on my desk. I'm just going to kind of make it look more like a pocket by trimming those edges and not getting it everywhere. I'm just putting those in my trash. Okay, so then I can glue this here as a pocket on the back if you want. You don't have to put a pocket on the back, but I am. Excuse my reach. So I have a little bit of glue here, and you can by all means do some inking just to show that there's a difference here. I'm using gathered twigs, my new favorite brown. Thank you, Evie, again. My hands are so inky, and I did use the rub and buff on that. I haven't really washed them yet. I did, take some hand sanitizer to them to get most of it off, because I did use my fingers because I was too lazy to get up and get a Q-tip. And it wasn't on my desk. So I'm just going to do that. And then I will take it and just glue it along the bottom. Okay. I'm almost out of this. I have to order some more today. But I'm going to get a bigger bottle. Actually, I've had this bottle for quite a while. I want to say since probably December, maybe December, for sure December. I remember using it in some projects. I feel bad because I do have a backup bottle, a whole bottle, like the tall bottle of the Art Glitter Glue, but I just love the Barely Arts. I really do. It gives you a little bit more time. And on paper, I find that it doesn't leave any lines, where the Art Glitter Glue can do that. So I'm just going to put that on the bottom, and then I'm going to just push it just a little bit. I didn't really get that. This pocket isn't exactly the same size as the paper, so it does have a little bit of a border, which is fine. it's what I had. I didn't want to pull out anything else or cut anything else up. Gosh, my hands look so dirty. So sorry about that. So there's my little pocket in the back. And again, you don't have to have a pocket. It's up to you. So now this should be dry fine. And it is. So now I have this little head. I still have my tabs. I'm going to fold this tab over. And then I'm just going to cut this part here because I don't need it. So cut wherever, you know, your tab is, where your butterfly wing is. And then I want this to be a pocket, so I don't really need this tab. So I'll cut that off as well. You know, if you were going to do something like this, then you would need that tab to go, you know, underneath here, for example, if you wanted him kind of hanging off, if he was smaller or whatever. So just leave a tab on your top and 2 sides of your butterfly, just in case you want to position it depending on where you're going to put it. So I'll just cut this off because I don't need it. And like I said, I'm going to use this as like a floating butterfly pocket, like I did with the other one. And you could put a tag in there, you could put anything in there, or nothing at all. So I'm just going to, again, kind of make his body look a little bit more prominent by going along those lines that Lydia made. And again, you can do the same thing with paper. Cardstock might be a little bit harder to go along the lines, you know. So that's that. Now I'm simply going to take my tag. This is the front. I'm going to place this here wherever I want it. I kind of want it going like this. Okay. I like that a lot. He is up a little bit high, so I may have to go down a little bit more. And just judge yourself like that. That looks good. So now you just flip it over, right? You're going to take Scotch tape. Oops, I just need to, okay, that's where I want it. So I'm going to hold this here because I know that's where I want that. I'm going to get my Scotch tape. And I'm going to tape this down. Make sure that's right up against here. And tape down that tab. Okay? And then bring this tab and do the same thing. Okay? Wherever you put that tab. And you can move it or what have you. I think I'll move it down just a tad. Just so he's kind of flying that way. Alright? I'm going to take my Scotch tape. I think I might move him down just a little bit more. There we go. And I am going to take this and tape it here. And then I am going to glue this because you don't want to see that. I'm going to glue this to this. Okay? Now you can just leave it like that. You don't have to put anything inside. Nothing. Okay? Don't worry about this. We're going to do something with it in a second. You know, don't worry about this part that's sticking out. We're going to do it after we glue it. Or we might do it before we glue it. So let's do that before we glue it. I'm going to kind of just push this in here. Make sure he is floating the way I want him to. There we go. See? There I go. Okay, so, and we can always trim this a little bit if we need to, because it's taped down, it's not going anywhere. I think I will take this tape and I'll just move it just a little bit more in. Just have to kind of judge it. This one was a little bit big for this tag, but not too much, right? And then just do this, there. Okay, so now I'm gonna take some glue. I'll just take this. You can use glue stick. That's my back. So I'm just gonna go around here. You don't have to glue the whole thing. You can stitch this if you want. Might want to, well, yeah, no. It would be, you'd kind of, if you did stitch it, you'd push this down a little bit, but still it would look nice. I'm not going to stitch mine. I don't think. Maybe I'll stitch this one. I didn't stitch the other one. But there you go. Now for this one, I did do a little bit of a lace pocket, but you don't have to. For this one, I'm not going to. I don't want it to be exactly the same. I am actually going to take this one. Now this one I left open, and I put the lace on top to hold this down a little bit more so that I could get this in and out. But that's up to you, okay? This one I'll make a little bit different by just putting his wings down here, I think. I just love this butterfly. The pattern in it is gorgeous. It's like florals. So I am going to glue those down with just a little bit here and on this side here. Just push that down and hold it just for a second. It should hold pretty quick. And now you have like this little butterfly pocket. You can put anything in it or nothing at all. You could just put something in the back. So I am going to put, for this one, I think I'll put like a little, let's see, what do I have here? I have this little kind of specimen card type thing. I'm not sure what it is actually, and I don't know where I got it. It's just in my stash. So I'm going to put this here because it kind of reminds me of like a specimen card number or something. I don't know what it is really, honestly, but I do like it. So that goes there. And then I thought Spring Awakening, and this is off of the bottom of one of Raindrop Lila's, I think one of her cards, journaling cards or something. I'm not sure. I just cut them all out. So Spring Awakenings will go here, or maybe a little bit. Well, yeah, I'll go here to kind of go there. And I'm just going to ink that up a little bit on the other side of my little folder here. Just a little, just to kind of take away the white a little bit before I glue it down. There you go. And it kind of took that white a little bit away. If you want to do that, it's up to you. I'll just put a little bit of glue on the back of this. You can use a glue stick, but this is right here, so just use that. And that's it. So, Spring Awakenings here. And do I have another flashcard right here that might match it? Might. I should. I have a whole box of them, but I didn't pull any out. Let me see. It's okay. I don't need one for this right now. You get the point. I just wanted to show you the construction of how you can do a vellum, or you can use paper butterfly tag with this. Actually might fit. It does actually. I mean, it covers up the Spring Awakening, but you could still do that. Or I don't know about the tag. I don't remember how big the tag is. You could do a double tag, like so. Or put the tag in the pocket in the back, and then put something here. I'm not sure what. You know, here. I did, obviously, a mini flashcard, but I don't have another one right here. I didn't pull one. So I could do maybe something like this. It's just out of my stash again. Or something even smaller, like 1868. You know, whatever you want. I'm not going to put anything on there now because I haven't decided yet. But that, again, is another. That's how I constructed it, basically. And there you go. There's two different ones. You could even do something like this and put just a little something right here. That kind of looks good. And you could use this as a little pocket type thing for this piece here. You know, that looks good too. Or nothing, actually. You could just pull it down. It's not going to go anywhere. So there you go. There's two. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will be back tomorrow, obviously, with another tag. And I am working on the mini journal for Raindrop Lilac. No, I'm sorry, Angela Kerr. So, yeah, I'll start getting that cut out, and that will probably be a 2-part video. But I will let you know if it's part 1 or whatever. So that's it. That's how you do it. So until tomorrow, or maybe this afternoon, I'm not sure. You're going to definitely get a tag every day. So, yeah, until the next video, be well, be kind, be safe, be sweet, and God bless. Love y'all. Bye.